gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. It's Ring Wars, feeling the drought. Show up and show out. Ring Wars, Carolina. 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 RWC.
Let you know, I want to thank you so much. You're on my side, and you understand, and I love it because Nightstick, man, he's killing us, man. He's killing us.
I'm trying to figure out what that contract say, man. Like, what happened?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But I know you got Aaron Biggs wrapped up. We ain't even worried about that. So much so, once you finish your victory, I've been working on my. I ain't give you too much. I'm working on it, though. I'm working on it.
Did that like that. Hey,
you ready?
Yeah, you know I'm ready. All I got to say, man, you know when I come off that rope and I hit that, I got the booker.
I told them, man.
They not ready for it.
Homecoming is gonna be the biggest show in RWC history, and we're gonna kick it off right.
So, just I'm letting you know now. Once I'm done with Aaron Biggs, Eddie's getting it too. I got your back with that too. Eddie's gonna get it because I always had a problem with him. Since last year when I was the television champion, same time around this, he stole my title. What you had to do? Get it back for me.
We gotta do what we gotta do, right?
I'm back and around.
You take care of me, I'll take care of you. There's some big opportunities coming up in this new RWC era.
All right, say less.
All right, Rick, come on, we gotta get back to this when we be ready.
All right, let's get it.
Come on. Ready?
Yeah.
Coming to the ring, the owner of RWC, Dex Carter.
Welcome back to Ring Wars Carolina, BattleGrounds, an AIWF affiliate. Stephen Hensley joining myself, the voice of tradition, Jonathan Darwin, here in the King Arena in Lumberton, North Carolina. We're going to get words with the owner of RWC, and there's a lot of things that could be covered with any announcement that Dex Carter has, Stephen.
Well, he's got a lot to talk about potentially. We have the situation with the Junior Heavyweight Championship involving the champion Xander Keys and RJ Weaver. We have the situation that has been unfolding for the past couple of weeks with Rip Cannon and Aaron Biggs and, of course, Nightstick Eddie Brown. We have a situation with Gemstone and the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Television Champion Alex Bryant. We have a big personal situation with James Anthony and referee Jay Sway. We have another situation with G-Money and Movie Mike. And John, for my money, based on his tone of voice when he told us he was going to require time today, I can't believe for a moment it is related to any of those things.
No, because the tone of that meeting was entirely different. Usually a little more upbeat, playful. This one was a serious moment from Dex Carter. Almost had a little bit of a somber feel.
That should be concerning.
I need you guys up out of your seats. I need you guys screaming to the top of your lungs. We want to tell you guys, thank you so much for being here. I love homecoming. And matter of fact, I just got to get it out because I got to yell to the top of my lungs. Welcome to homecoming! Got it out. Cool. So, we know homecoming is one of the biggest shows in RWC history, and this night will be a night that you won't forget. And we gotta do some business before we take care of some action. So we have this lovely title. This is our heavyweight championship title, presented by Clean Eats. You guys give it up for the title. This is a title. So our champion, our former champion, AJ Kazana, had to relinquish the title due to contractual obligations between RWC and NWA. AJ could not fulfill his duties as champion, so he has relinquished this title. So what does that mean for everybody in that locker room? That means this title is up for anybody. Now, we know homecoming has been very, very big on my brain. So I have not decided just yet on what to do with this title, but we will figure out very, very soon.
Tiger needs a belt!
Tiger? Okay. I mean, who knows? We got a lot of people back there that deserve this title. And we'll see what happens. But, just so you guys know, during intermission, we will be back there because I feel you guys are family. And I want to take pictures with my family. So, at intermission, we'll be back here with the world title. You guys can take pictures with us. And we're going to do it back there. You guys ready for that? Awesome. So, I know homecoming, you guys came to see some matches. What matches you guys here to see tonight? We got them here.
Major words coming out of the owner of RWC's mouth. AJ Kazana relinquishing the title because of his inability to defend the championship within the required time frame. However, with the announcement of the title being vacated, this opens the door for any number of contenders, both on and not on the current RWC roster. We're going to have to wait for future words from Dex Carter as this develops, Steve.
Well, John, when you talk about potential contenders, and of course the peanut gallery, as soon as the announcement was made, yelling out for their favorite wrestler, but when you talk about potential contenders, you can't go to sleep on either one of these men. Former owner and former heavyweight champion Nightstick Eddie Brown and his protege, AB Aaron Biggs.
AB, that's what we're calling him now.
That's what his friends call him.
And you're one of his friends?
Proudly. And you know, John, looking out here at Nightstick Eddie Brown and all his refinement, I kind of wish he was still the owner. I've noticed that since he left the owner capacity of our company, your payday's been getting better and mine's been getting smaller. But when we're talking about size, let's not miss the size comparison between the opponents in this opening contest. Aaron Biggs and his opponent, Rip Cannon.
Oh yeah, there's a huge one.
And this situation's going back a minute. Aaron Biggs, it was Rip Cannon who was the first one that Biggs came out here and attacked, and he called out to that man, Dex Carter, telling him, make it happen. Finally, after months of attacks and interventions between these two.
Rip Cannon bringing it up to the business early, going to the top rope, wasting no time, but gets caught by Aaron Biggs. Still waiting for a referee and the bell to get this one officially underway.
And Rip needs to get out of this quick, or he's going to go from Rip Cannon to Rip Flatten.
I couldn't disagree, Steven. Rip Cannon using all that force to put Aaron Biggs in the corner, going to work on some body blows.
It's surprising he was able to move the big man with what looked like ease, but I know it wasn't easy. It was a fortuitous set of circumstances, a foot back in the wrong place.
Yeah, and a shove by Aaron Biggs just takes Rip Cannon halfway across the ring, but Cannon didn't waste a moment. He's just ready to come back.
And this looks a little bit more familiar. Rip having difficulty to move Biggs around.
Oh, wait a minute. Rip gets caught again.
Well, he flew through the air with the greatest of ease, but no such luck for you, friend. You got turned inside out like a pinwheel flying around.
Yeah, and you see Eddie on the outside giving words to Rip Cannon, saying, you know what, kid, you poked the wrong bear. Look at, oh, come on. What a mocking way that the former owner is behaving towards Rip Cannon.
And you know, John, it's easy for the fans watching right now to miss everything that Aaron Biggs brings to the table. A lot of people, they're casting eyes on him for the first time. He is a fresh competitor here in Ring Wars, Carolina. But it's important to note, this guy's a longtime veteran of AIWF. You and I were calling this man years ago when we were cutting our teeth in another AIWF affiliate. And he was a dominant monster then, and he's only become more capable over time.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. He's only been here for a handful of times, but even when he was in the 2022 and 2023 Golden Opportunity Rumble, Aaron Biggs was a dominant force for both of those matches. And hear the words of Aaron Biggs as Rip Cannon lays down, hands and knees crawling, trying to get something fixed up. And I tell you what, Rip Cannon might be in trouble.
Well, Rip Cannon's obviously in trouble. He's incurred a lot of punishment from an absolute monster in there, John.
Yeah, Rip doesn't have his usual speed to go with because of the force that Aaron Biggs has been attacking Rip Cannon and, getting tossed like a rag doll. Down goes Cannon.
Well, for a guy who doesn't have his speed, he just got tossed through the air very quickly.
Yeah, I saw the height on that one, too. Damage to the lower back. Rip Cannon breathing in pain now. And, look at the way that Nightstick Eddie Brown's behaving. Just getting in the face of Rip Cannon.
Well, Biggs, to press his advantage, not letting up on Rip, comes in. 2 big meaty hands to the chest, and those will cave that thing in for you.
Yeah, definitely going to bust open a capillary too on the chest of Rip Cannon. And Aaron Biggs knows now he's in control. So just going to pick apart Rip Cannon here with a bear hug. Best thing for Rip Cannon to do is try to get that right arm around and slap the ears of Aaron Biggs to break free. The referee getting in there to check the arm. Not going down at all.
No, Rip Cannon very aware, but he's in a lot of pain. Make no mistake about that one. There's a difference between aware and in a good position.
Yeah, axe handle finally does get Rip Cannon free. Rip Cannon using forearms.
He needs some separation. Coming off the ropes, not a good idea. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If there's one thing you don't want to throw into power, it's speed. You throw speed into power, and power's ready for it. Power turns you inside out.
Yeah, the best thing Rip Cannon can do at this point is get some distance between him and Aaron Biggs. Almost like a stick and move strategy is what needs to be done. But you're right. If Rip Cannon comes in at the wrong time, Aaron Biggs with that force is just going to lay Rip Cannon flat. And you're seeing it.
Oh, that is a huge mass of humanity to come down on your lower back. And I think the decision of Biggs in this contest, he's not usually known for strategy, but it's the dissection, the absolute decimation of Rip Cannon's back.
Now, come on, Steve. Rip Cannon was down. Aaron Biggs may have been able to win that one, but flaunting some arrogance, saying, I'm not done with Rip Cannon yet.
It's statement day. This guy's out here. He's got the spotlight. He's got the attention. He's going to put an exclamation point on this.
Yeah, but how much of that is Aaron Biggs actually making the decisions himself in the ring and not just kowtowing to the orders of Nightstick Eddie Brown?
Why can't one hand feed the other? This is personal for both of these guys. Biggs came out on his own and he called out Cannon. He flattened him on his own. He called out Dex Carter. He said, make the match happen. Nightstick said, you're my boy. Nightstick, he's not been uninvolved in this situation either. A couple weeks ago, he came out here in a mess. He cost Rip Cannon a very big opportunity and then attempting an attack after hand that was only thwarted because of the aid of Titan. And you can bet there's going to be a receipt on that for him down the line. But today, Rip Cannon, he's in the situation that both of these guys have wanted, and he's created an opening for himself. But again, that separation isn't there, but he's got the big man staggered.
Yeah, rubber legs going for a kick, gets a second one off. Biggs a little bit wobbly now. Cannon getting refocused here, coming off and hitting him with that springboard cutter, and down goes Biggs.
And he grasped for that cutter, but he nailed it.
Wait a minute, what's Nightstick doing on the ring?
Well, he's protecting his investment, and I can't blame him for that. Not a disqualification, but the referee getting distracted by everyone.
Yeah, referee out of position now.
And Rip Cannon's out of position because he stopped wrestling the match, and that's a mistake. You're in there with an absolute destroyer. Keep your wits about you.
Yeah, oh my. That gives Aaron Biggs that opportunity to hit that big right hand on Rip Cannon.
And it almost put him to sleep.
Yeah, and Dex Carter, I still believe, on the ring skirt, yes. You look at the way that Biggs is just jaw-jacking with the owner of RWC. Biggs, with the full weight of his body coming down on Rip Cannon.
And that's as strong a slam as you're ever going to see. And that count was slow, and it did not matter. I think the referee became concerned when he looked over at Rip. And John, from where we're sitting, I swear to you, I saw his eyes roll into the back of his head. I think he might be out.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit in trouble.
And the fans taking issue with Nightstick Eddie Brown and the situation at hand, but it's irrelevant. This is done.
Yeah, Aaron Biggs, the dominant winner of this one. Rip Cannon probably going to need some medical attention.
Underline that word and hold on to it. Dominated. That's what this guy is going to do going forward. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah, and possibly being in that new heavyweight championship picture. The word still being exchanged by the fans. And former owner of RWC, Nightstick Eddie Brown. Look at that. Even Aaron Biggs is getting in on the action now.
Oh, he's not one to shy away from mouthing off to the fans. He'll do it more than anyone in the room. And John, that guy has the voice for it. His voice carries. He has a commanding presence. And what a big day for both of those men, and what a heartbreaking loss it is for Rip Cannon.
Yeah, Dex Carter, back the man that he did, and now we see Eddie Brown coming in to celebrate with Aaron Biggs. Good ROI for Eddie Brown on going for Aaron Biggs and putting him under the knowledge tree of the Nightstick.
And Aaron Biggs just soaking the moment in, and can you blame him, John?
No, not at all.
This is a huge...
And your winner, the 2 letters of the alphabet that you only know, A.B. Aaron Biggs.
Aaron Biggs, your official winner. And Nightstick Eddie Brown grumbling in this moment.
In case you didn't know, this big guy is being led by his executive council, Nightstick Eddie Brown. So you know what that means? Do you know what that means? That means he's gonna be champ. You're gonna be worshiping him, and he's gonna give every last one of you guys straws because you suck.
Playboy Alex Bryant. Well, I guess nowadays you're not so much of a playboy, huh? Lover boy. We're no strangers to each other in the ring, huh, Mr. Top Gun? You know, you came in with that new class of 20 for Ring Wars Carolina, where Ring Wars was doing a remodeling. You came in with some notable names. G-Money, Fodder, the Rustlers, Rip Cannon, Hunter Rainer. And for some reason you think that my spot at the top is up for grabs. No, no, no. See, what's up for grabs is what you hold. The AIWF Mid-Atlantic Television Championship. And I made that abundantly clear at the last show, that I wanted to add it to my collection. So on November 18th at Homecoming, you and I, we're going to fight, and we're going to fight for that title of yours. And I can show you exactly why Gemstone remains at the top and why his shine never fades.
This is Jonathan Darwin, and we'll be back with more Ring Wars Carolina action right after this.
Jim Stone, my opponent for Homecoming, November 18th, Lumberton, North Carolina. I saw your video and you mentioned that I came in with the RWC class of 2020 when RWC was remodeling. And you're exactly right, I did. I came in 2020 and I saw the look on your face immediately. Because when you looked at me, you saw a guy that could replace you. You saw the guy that could take your spot at the top. And that didn't sit well with you. And over the course of the past 3 years, our careers have kind of been parallel, although you've done your own thing and I've done mine. We both have victories. We both have losses. But now you're coming to take what's mine? Clearly, you forgot who you're dealing with, son. There's a reason that they call Alex Bryant the impact player. Yes, I'm known as the Playboy, but I'm not the guy that walked in here 3 years ago any longer. I've developed a new infamous side, and you're going to see that because on November 18th in Lumberton, North Carolina, well, I'm going to walk you like a dog.
Wow, we gonna show up. We came to wow.
RWC.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next matchup is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Lucha Masters of Latin American Legends Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ring Wars Carolina BattleGrounds. Jonathan Darwin, Stephen Hensley. Our first of 2 championship matches here today, Steve.
It's a long way to the finish line.
Oh, that thunderous ovation for the returning Tiger.
Quite the cigar my man's got there.
Oh,
is that in anticipation of victory, a celebratory stogie?
No, this man is a cigar aficionado. I've personally tried to sign a petition on change.org to get him on the cover of Cigar Aficionado.
Well, you know what else he is, John? He's a championship aficionado. This man has accumulated quite a bit of gold over the course of his career.
Yes, he has. He won the RWC Television Championship in a tournament that took a month long, and he's a former RWC Junior Heavyweight Champion. Tiger.
More than qualified.
Oh, yes. Tiger's ready to put another title around his waist. Almost looks a little less clothed without having one.
And you know, this title match, it came together rather abruptly. Christian Rayo throwing down the gauntlet on social media. Knock, knock, who's there? Tiger came a-calling.
Yeah, Tiger answered that one almost immediately, just within a matter of minutes, and Dex Carter was able to make it official, even though Christian Rayo wasn't even back in the country yet at that point.
Well, Tiger not one to miss an opportunity. And of course, neither is this man, having made the most of his time outside of the country, gaining global recognition as a champion, winning this Lucha Masters Latin American Championship.
I know, say that 5 times fast.
I know, a lot of L's there.
Yeah, but Christian Rayo defeating 2 men for that title, Vittorio Vanucci from Italy and Curtis Black. So, I mean, first of all, it's your first outing to Ecuador, so you got that going against you, and you're thrown into a championship picture, and you come out victorious.
And look at the confidence and the swag of the champion as he walks around the ring. This is not the same guy we saw here last year.
No, not at all.
He's an entirely different breed of athlete. He's more confident, he's more focused. He's learned quite a bit in his time away.
Oh yeah, that Latin American wrestling style, something to behold, and definitely in the knowledge bank of Christian Rayo now. But let's not forget, also internationally traveled is Tiger, spending time down in Puerto Rico. It'll be interesting to see how both of them incorporate those Lucha Libre styles into this contest here today.
You're not wrong, John. 2 incredibly seasoned, very well-traveled athletes, and we talk a lot about the journeymen in our sport, the guys who have wrestled in a lot of regional territories, but these guys, they're globally traveled wrestlers, and that's a huge difference.
Yes, it is. Tiger getting ready to get back in so we can get this one officially underway.
Introducing the challenger from Puerto Rico. This is Tiger.
we're talking about being a feather in his cap. Not only is he the Lucha Masters of Latin America Legends champion, he is the inaugural champion. That carries a big weight in history.
Well, yeah, you got the company on your shoulders at that point. You're not only representing yourself, but you're representing them. You're not just establishing your legacy, you're establishing the company's legacy moving forward with that championship.
And Jay Sway will be the referee for this one. A little surprising. I thought Jay Sway would not want to be really close to any match at this point.
Well, he's got a big one himself coming up next week as he's going to take on James Anthony in that unsanctioned contest.
Show potential sportsmanship from Christian Rayo. Tigers, like, I know that play, kid. I've done it a time or two myself. I mean, Tiger's not above taking a few shortcuts. We've seen that from time to time, but an embrace of the fans since he's returned. Collar and elbow tie up here, and a strong one at that. Tiger with the side headlock getting it first in there as Jay Sway checks at it. And don't forget that big main event still, Steve. We're going to have Gemstone taking on Alex Bryant for the AIWF Mid-Atlantic TV Championship.
Oh, John, that's going to be a huge one. That one, fans, that one you're definitely going to want to stick around for. That is going to be a huge, heavy-hitting contest with two of our best.
Yeah, a very storied.
Every corner of the show today we have some of our best.
Oh, absolutely. Top to bottom, this has been a great card.
And we got one next week, loaded.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that one after the big main event. But now, Tiger trying to use a hand to get, a hair pull. This is what I was talking about. Tiger, I mean, he'll take a liberty or two.
Is he biting his hand? It looked like he was trying to get his mouth next to the hand there.
Was it successful? I think it was. Side headlock takeover by the challenger now. As Tiger has grounded the champion. Rayo trying to get a pin. But look at the way that Tiger has those fingers interlaced together. Almost textbook-like.
Yeah, and he's got a great squeeze going on across the neck. Rayo turning him over there. But I got to say, John, as much as I want to give him credit for attempting a pinfall in that situation, I think that was instinct more than anything. He's trying to roll Tiger back and forth and get out of it. Tiger, though, he's a strong guy. He's holding on.
Yeah, Rayo was trying to use that leverage. Speaking of trying to use the leverage, he's trying to break free again and is successful this time. And gets the side headlock of his own on Tiger. He's going to ground Tiger, but look at the way that Rayo's hands broke and then had to reattach. And a hair pull. Wait a minute. You see Jay Sway making sure that Tiger's shoulders do not stay down. Otherwise, Tiger could be counted for a pinfall.
Tiger trying to position that head, and that's a good move for him. Tiger, very strong legs.
Yeah, great lower body strength out of the challenger with those head scissors to Christian Rayo there. And
look at the positioning there, too. He had that quadricep over the throat. Rayo, though, was able to get out of that. Really surprising thigh to keep him down there longer. Rayo going right back to work with that side headlock, though.
Well, this is the agility we're seeing out of Christian Rayo since returning from Ecuador. I believe we're going to see more out of this man as this match continues. I think he's going to surprise us a little bit more, Steve.
Tiger going to send him across the ring. Rayo, though, there to answer with a shoulder block. A lot of history between these two guys.
Yeah, and the man who trained Christian Rayo, Tiger, so you got to think that Tiger does have a trick or two up his sleeve that he has not taught Christian Rayo. That's that Lucha Libre style we were just talking about, Steve.
And Rayo, he's moving a little bit more nimbly than he used to. I'm not sure if that's a word, but we're going to go with it.
Hey, I'll take it.
He's looking very nimble out there. He's very agile. He's improved. He's got another step to his step. And, you know, you got to wonder, does Christian Rayo perhaps harbor some resentment towards his former mentor? You know, when Christian Rayo was here last time, he showed that he was capable, but championship gold seemed to elude him at every turn.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm looking at Tiger's face, though. Not a usual thing I see. Frustration on Tiger, maybe a little bit of underestimation of his former mentee, Christian Rayo.
Well, Rayo, he's definitely feeling himself. And going back to my point, do you think that maybe he thinks that Tiger was holding back and why he should show him? Because he went away and he learned from some other guys, things that maybe he feels Tiger should have shown him. And when he learned more, when he stepped away, he became a champion. Now he's got the spotlight. Now he's globally recognized. And that's That's the point that I believe is worth making.
Well, no, see, here's the thing. You are trying to put a wedge between Tiger and Rayo.
I don't have to put one. There's a wedge between them right now.
Okay.
It's the title.
But I can tell you, as somebody else who's traveled, you learn more by going more. So Rayo didn't just see it as Tiger didn't give me enough knowledge. It's like, hey, I got my bachelor's, now I'm going for my master's. Oh, wait a minute, Rayo stops it. Was going to go into the ring skirt, but to no avail. Oh.
You know, John, I'm kind of surprised you're taking Tiger's side. Usually when a guy starts taking some sleight of hand tactics, if you will, early in the contest, you kind of start critiquing him. You're going to tell me the same guy that's out there that's been pulling Christian Rayo's hair, that's been using the closed fist first, that's been taking the shortcuts, that he had his best interest in mind every step of the way. I'm not knocking Tiger for taking the shortcuts. I'm just saying, you don't think Christian saw that beforehand.
Yeah, and that's what's surprising. Snap suplex. Oh, this is where Tiger shines. Oh, wait, going for a neck breaker. I thought it was going to be another suplex, but just as effective, keeping Rayo down.
And the angle he brought him down there, that's a way to break a man's neck.
Yeah, that'll go to work on the top of the vertebrae. He's going for the pin, and no. Very close. Very close.
And it's that knee going to the neck there. He's really centering in on that.
Yeah, well, see, this is what Tiger's known for. He knows how to hone in on one body part, and I can't say I completely approve of going at the neck like that. Well, I know you might be a little bit happy about that one, Steve. You almost might call it a scientific joke.
I mean, I might, but you did, so surprise, surprise, I guess you're learning after all these months of me teaching you.
You're going to call it that. Leg drop and no pin attempt there, but nothing. Tiger's going to have to put a little more damage to Christian Rayo if he plans to become the new champion. Oh.
Well, Tiger calling for the fans to pay attention.
Oh! That Pele kick back to the square of the shoulders. Tiger coming off in a clothesline.
I didn't know Tiger was a soccer fan.
A little bit. In fact, he's taught me a thing or two about soccer, but we don't have time for that discussion right now. We need to get back to this action. Tiger getting frustrated. Tiger can have a bit of a hot temper sometimes. I'm not going to concede that. The best thing Tiger can do is figure out the way to keep this young man down for the 1, 2, 3.
Well, I mean, he may have a hot temper, but he's not losing his mind out there. He might be angry, but he's not rushing in. He's not doing anything egregiously foolish. However, he did allow Rayo some time, and you see what that's provided Rayo. Rayo, though, unfortunately, still the guy who's down on the mat there. Not a really great position to mount a comeback with strikes.
Now, oh my! That choke again by Tiger.
Really laying into Rayo there. And that was great use of the leverage, and this is just scientific use of the ropes here.
All right, Mr. Wizard, explain how that's all scientific.
Well, you stand up on top of the ropes, and then you grab that middle one, and you can kind of pull against your own weight there. You know, just stepping down that neck a little bit harder, potentially causing an injury.
Oh, big kick miss there. And Rayo saying, I got you on that one, but Tiger's ready to get right on top of Rayo now and ringing the bell of the champion.
Great mounted blows by the challenger, though.
Well, we know what Tiger's capable of. We fought a match for him a time or two. And Tiger becoming the aggressor in this one, which he has to be. I mean, Tiger has to beat Rayo, not the other way around.
Rayo reaching out to the fans. From his position as the ring, though, I'd reach out to the ropes. I mean, you're right next to him.
Yeah, or at least try to get your foot over there. But Rayo decided to go to work on the bread basket instead. Does finally get free.
Duck.
Oh, sorry, clothesline. Following up with a second one. Rayo targeting Tiger now, and that elbow takes down Tiger. But look at the way that Christian Rayo's limping around.
And do you think the teacher's surprised by what's happened, John?
Possibly. I mean, a little bit off his game, but still not enough to keep Tiger down. Rayo's going to have to do more work.
It's not the same kid he remembers, is it?
No, not at all. I know the Tiger's in the back, in the recesses of his mind now, is knowing he's got to step up his game, up in that fireman's carry, but those quick elbows by Tiger gets him free.
Rear waistlock, great German suplex there, holding on to him, bringing him back up here. Rayo gets caught with a second one. Tiger rolling on through here, going for what I suspect is a trifecta. Rayo back up to his feet. Nails the third one.
Yeah, those 3 German suplexes were enough. Tiger, though, he's ready to fly high. Wait a minute. Little bit of a delay by Tiger. I mean, yeah, you're feeling your oats, but...
Well, he's enjoying himself. He's got a little shimmy for you.
Yeah, not like Tiger, though, to just slow the pace down and... Oh, Tiger pays for it.
Well, that's a disastrous landing for him, like a rocket falling down to earth. Tiger, he just exploded on impact there. And Christian Rayo, this is what we call a prime position. And we call it that for a reason.
Yeah, but Rayo's taken a lot of damage throughout this match.
Yeah, but he's not the guy that jumped an extra 6 feet off a 6-foot platform. That was a 12 to 15-foot drop for Tiger.
Wait a minute, what's Tiger doing? He's over.
Well, he's got the title there. And if Jay Sway doesn't stop him, he can crack Rayo across the head with this.
Yeah, definitely a possibility. But look, wait a minute, Jay Sway.
Clear line of sight, though, does the referee have.
Oh.
Not even close.
Yeah. Tiger got caught on that one. Jay Sway demanding the title back by Tiger. And wait a minute.
Well, Tiger walked into it.
And
Death Valley driver.
Rayo going for the pin.
All she wrote, friends.
Christian Rayo's successful title defense and a hard-fought victory against his former trainer, Tiger. And you got to think, those in Ecuador are watching this match and are proud of the fact that their champion was able to remain champion.
Well, the Legends champion standing tall today, and whether he goes on himself to become a legend in the long run remains to be seen. But certainly a fighting champion and a successful title defense today will only build another chapter in the legacy of that still establishing title. Well, what a good start.
Yeah, Christian Rayo showing an amazing effort out there. And it's definitely improved since the last time we seen him in a Ring Wars Carolina ring. And now we're going to see a celebration quick with the fans. I mean, hey, Rayo deserves it. I mean, he got that W.
Over his mentor, no less. I can't blame him for taking his victory lap.
Fans, stick around. You don't want to miss more great Ring Wars Carolina action after this brief interlude.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be brought upon each and every one of you. Except you, RJ Weaver. And that's because November 18th at the Priscilla King Arena in Lumberton at RWC's homecoming, you're going to get anything but peace when you step in the ring with the longest reigning champion on the current RWC roster, the Muslim Messiah, Xander Keys. And I know you're on a bit of an adrenaline rush lately, RJ, coming off your Candy Bowl victory. But do you know what happens when one's adrenaline runs out? Reality sets in. And the reality is you're stepping in the ring with the most dangerous man from Dubai. And a man who's going to show you that little kids like you don't belong in the ring with men like Xander Keys. Do bye-bye.
Wow, we gonna show up. We can't show wow.
RWC.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the AIWF Television Championship.
Main event time here in the King Arena. AIWF Mid-Atlantic TV Championship on the line. I tell you what, Steve, this is going to be a barn burner.
Oh, John, we undoubtedly have the makings of a classic contest here. All the elements are in play. Championship gold, a big old bright spotlight, and a rivalry that has been brewing for a long time and has really come to a boil recently.
Yeah, you go back to Parents Don't Just Understand. Jem attacks Alex Bryant after Alex Bryant was successful against Rob Killjoy. Later that evening, Alex Bryant gets his revenge after Jem defeated White Mike. And Jem, sporting the regal attire Earlier today, he told me he wants to be called the Homecoming King because
That's a ride. This is my kingdom. Everybody will know. There will be no doubt who rules.
well, he's ruled for
Welcome
his
to
last.
my kingdom. The homecoming king is here. You're welcome. You're welcome.
He's ruled for the last 5 homecoming shows. He's victorious in each and every one. So, and oh, come on! You touched the kid's hand, and now you're just going to do that right in front of him, Jem? Come on!
Well, John, we are in a post-pandemic era. I mean, come on, you gotta be careful. He's protecting his opponent as well as himself. And I must say, Jem looks every bit the part of a homecoming king, and every bit the part of a king, period. And you think of the great things kings have got to do throughout history. They've got to rule over countries, rule over subjects, rule the school, go home with the homecoming queen. And while I haven't got to do all 3 of those things, I have done the 4th one. And having just had a piece of what Jem's had in life, I got to tell you, I wish I had it all. But so few men are the kind of man Jem is.
Wow. I don't even want to unpack that. I'm just ready to get Alex Bryant out here. And the Impact player saying he's going to walk Gemstone like a dog.
All right, well, you know, easier said than done. First off, let's see you take him down. Second off, let's see you pin him. Third, I want to see you get that leash on him because I'm pretty sure if you accomplish the first 2, he'll kill you dead in the ring before the 3rd one happens.
I tell you what, I still want to see it though. At least try it. Alex Bryant, the first ever AIWF Top Gun winner, that big 64-person tournament. I mean, this young man stock is still rising in 2023 as we get ready to close the year out and probably going to continue on a higher trajectory in 2024.
And you know, Bryant's had nothing but success since his return. But you know, this is the challenge. This has always been the challenge for him. Gemstone. Every time you're looking down the line, eventually you're going to run into this guy. And Alex has done it a couple of times, and Jem has had an answer for him more often than not.
Introducing the challenger. From Gunn, North Carolina, weighing at 245 pounds, he is the homecoming king, the diamond in the ring, Jem Stone. And the champion from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, weighing in at 165 pounds, he is your AIWF television champion, the Impact player, Alex Bryant.
Well, we know who's the fan favorite in this one, Steven.
They have questionable judgment.
Okay, now you were talking about it, Steve. I'm going to throw an interesting statistic at you. These 2 have met one-on-one over 10 times now. Familiarity is abundant among each opponent. Gemstone has a slight win advantage record, but it's still very close.
It's go time. Let's see who's the bigger man on the offset here. Alex Bryant, big time chop. You can hear that one over here.
Yeah, very close as Gemstone, oh my, just tossing Alex Bryant around.
Good Lord, Jem swung his arm like a ball bat.
Yeah, well, Gemstone knows you got to go on the offense early against, Alex Bryant knows you got to go on the offense early against Gemstone. Good textbook drop kick there.
Well, Alex Bryant, realizing the situation he's in, he's not letting up for a moment. He's not taking his eyes off the attempted offense of Gemstone. As I said earlier, swinging that arm wildly, it looked very much like a ball bat. If he connects with you, he's a guy as big and strong as he is. He can knock you out in one blow.
Oh, yeah, he can be vicious when he has to be. Bryant knows exactly what to target and where. If that little sliver opens up, your lights can get turned out just like that.
Well, Gemstone taking exception to the fans. Can't blame him for that. Nothing unusual with their rather vile reaction to our king.
And now Gemstone with the wrist lock applied.
And right now, the homecoming king taking Alex Bryant to school.
Yeah. We're seeing who is the impact man right now, and that being Gemstone, the challenger. And look at the way that Gemstone's controlling Alex Bryant. Bryant was close to the ropes and just able to twist him back in. You control that wrist, you control the momentum, you control the movement of your opponent.
And it's become a very sound strategy in professional wrestling, a staple. The amateurs all about wrist control.
Going for a pin. This could be all. No.
Good crucifix attempt by Bryant. Knee to the gut by Gemstone, though. That's going to stop the offense dead in its tracks.
And Bryant almost tossed out of the ring like yesterday's garbage, catching himself.
Bryant very slow to get back up.
Well, I mean, that was some sheer power. Oh, over goes Gemstone. Almost like when Alex Bryant eliminated Gemstone in the Golden Opportunity Rumble of 2022.
I'm going to tell Jim you brought that up. He doesn't like to remember that.
Oh, flying high, catching Gemstone.
Incredible elevation by Alex Bryant and the Impact player with an impactful landing. And he says that's why he's the champ. I can't argue with that point.
No, not at all. I mean, you see the way that Alex Bryant can fly through the air with the simplest of ease. Trying to get this one back in the ring now.
Pinfall attempt doesn't work out for him, but was the right time to try it.
Absolutely, Steven. You got to just go. When you have that moment, press your opponent's shoulders down and try to get the pin. Oh, no. Straight across the ropes.
Nice stun gun.
And Gemstone follows it up big, but still, going for a pin. Gemstone a little slow to get over. That probably is why Alex Bryant was able to kick out. I mean, Gemstone did go on record today saying it will only take one 14-carat kick for him to win that match. And we've seen how that kick is being developed over the last couple of matches, Steven.
I'd say he's right about that, but I would grudgingly say the same could be said for Seal the Deal.
Oh.
Alex Bryant's put him down before with it.
Yeah, and we know that it's absolutely possible as the larynx and jaw of Gemstone, Alex Bryant, got crushed there.
Bryant really feeling the wear and tear of the situation.
Yeah, well, I mean, Alex has given up a lot of weight to Gemstone. That's always been the one disadvantage that Alex Bryant has had to work around. There's nothing that can make up for that except maybe determination and a little bit of speed. But Collapse now is the champion.
Gemstone's really taking his time out there. Allowing Bryant an opportunity, but he's still standing tall. We've mentioned it before. When you're trying to get the advantage from a prone position or a kneeling position, and a guy like Jim is standing over top of you with that much power and his ability to absorb it, you're not in a good spot to make a comeback in a contest. It's really just the way it is.
Absolutely. You know, we're seeing now Irish whip off the ropes and Gemstone. Oh. I don't know if Jim got all of that one, Steven.
Well, he hefted him up, and really it's all about what he does next. Yeah. But Bryant, he knows what could happen if Jim still holds on to him. He's fighting for all he's worth, and a good flurry of elbows to the back of Jim's head coming off the ropes.
Oh, gets caught again, though, by Gemstone. Gemstone with the power and
lifts him up. Prime positioning, good elevation, and excellent hang time here. And a press up before he dropped him with that suplex.
Yeah, getting that extra blood flow straight to the head of Alex Bryant. Going to be a little concussed there.
Nobody performs a stalling suplex in professional wrestling any better than that man.
No, I can't take it away from Gemstone. That's one of the top moves in his wheelhouse. Alex Bryant looking discombobulated at this point.
And Jim grabbing him by the back of the neck, and by the look on Bryant's face, I think that was causing damage. Pinching on the nerves there, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, you just press a little bit against the discs.
Let's put aside the word a little bit, because that's Gemstone, and you know how strong that man's hand is. He shook yours before, and I saw you double over.
Well, I mean, yes, there is a lot of grip strength there. What I was trying to get at, Steve, is it doesn't even take much grip strength that Gemstone applied to the back of the neck to do damage to those vertebrae and discs. Wait a minute.
Oh, my goodness. Can you believe your eyes turned him inside out with that flatliner? Oh, my Lord. 2 count.
I mean, the momentum that Gemstone had.
Back flipping into a flatline. I'm not even sure what to call. I've never seen him do that before.
No.
I am amazed.
Well, Gemstone is
what a freak of nature.
Gemstone always in the film library trying to pull stuff out. I mean, he's on the radar of the National Wrestling Alliance along with Alex Bryant. Gemstone was able to get that dark match at the NWA. So you know they're watching him every now and again. And if you're not innovative, you're not getting their eyeballs on you.
And Jim, with that aforementioned baseball bat-like arm coming across the side of Bryant's face. And Bryant's laid out on the mat now. As much time as Jim is taking, this could be all she wrote.
I'm going to tell you, a lot of time wasted here, but you see the way that Alex Bryant's chest is going up and down. Leapfrog does get it.
And John, I think if he covers him, this is done deal Holyfield.
Okay, lackadaisical cover. I know Jim
he still had the hook of the leg, man. It's where you land when you roll over for that pin. You can take 2 more seconds to get in position, or you can go for the pinfall when they feel like they're dazed. It's the fact, and you know it. Ideal is great, but sometimes you just are where you are, and you can't waste it.
I agree, Steve. I do say, though, Jim had rolled over the other way. Oh, wait a minute. Jim's saying, I got another one in me. Getting ready to go north. But a little slow on the uptake here. Is Jim letting the fans get in his head and why Jim is wasting time coming up?
Well, Bryant crouched the ropes, and he got stuck in a tough spot for any man.
Yeah, that's one that will have you singing soprano for a couple of days.
Well, Jim, unfortunately for him, in a very precarious position is Alex Bryant. Incredible agility. Frankensteiner off the top, and he nailed it.
I tell you what, we have seen Alex Bryant and Gemstone step up their game in this match, Steve, unlike anything we have seen before.
A lot of new moves being doled out tonight by the competitors in this championship contest. Both so familiar with each other, neither one leaving anything to chance. They're breaking out all the tricks, everything they've saved.
And you see it now, both men trying to get up there. A big strike by Bryant. Gemstone with one of his own. Both of them not really on a solid base there.
Incredible forearm strike, though. That one nearly knocked Bryant down. Bryant's awake now, though. Series of jabs to the side of Gemstone's head.
And Bryant moving like he's had a double shot of espresso. Coming off the ropes. Gemstone missing the big clothesline. Alex Bryant gets it off, and oh.
Good kip up by Bryant following that shoulder tackle.
Alex Bryant thinks that this is his moment, getting ready to set him up for seal the deal. Could the champion be putting... No, spine buster instead, going for that pin. 2. Close, but no cigar. I tell you what, the upper body strength of Alex Bryant on display there, Steve, being able to pick up Gemstone and toss him down to the canvas just like that.
Oh, Jim's a big boy, and make no mistake, what you're looking at is a lot of incredibly solid, very heavy muscle mass. And Alex Bryant lying in wait right now, waiting for Jim. And if Jim turns into the right position, Alex Bryant can put him to bed.
Yeah, this could be the end if Alex nails seal the deal. The challenger's slow to turn around. Bryant can, an elbow real quick by Gemstone. He knows what was at stake there.
And Jim, having studied the tapes, excellent counter to the situation, lifts him up. All that strength, buckle bomb. Alex Bryant falling into a belly-to-belly release suplex. And Jim went from trouble to an incredibly advantageous situation, John.
Yeah, and if Jim's run smart, he'll stay in the corner and probably be setting up for that gem spike. We've seen that move be successful so many times. Alex Bryant, little glassy-eyed, wobbly legs, able to get up. Oh, that's the jump spike. That might be all.
Well, this could definitely be all, she wrote, John. This could definitely be over. This could definitely be one and done. Referee slow. Jim, I hate to say it, but to your point earlier that you were trying to make, this is when you should say it. This is when you should have hooked the leg. He had the time, he had the positioning there. And Jim, I do believe he is everything he says he is, and he is everything he thought he was in that mind. I thought it was over, but he should have hooked it. I think it would have been done.
Yeah, and we're getting close here. We're about 1 minute left in the match. And Jim's going to really need to put a cap on this one if he wants to walk out with a championship.
It's over for.
Jim Stone needs to be careful.
Well, if Jim's right, it's time to cue the fat lady.
Stay down.
We're getting close here.
Alex Bryant, he's got his hands up, but the way he's wobbling right now, I'm not sure if he can pull this one off.
Less than 30 seconds left now, Steve, in this one.
Oh, man. Coming down to the wire. Jim needs to put him away. He's in a great spot. Goes behind him. He nails that big flying boot to the face that he's begun to favor lately. Slowing the count, though. What's the time?
I don't know. We got about 15 seconds left with a 14-carat kick. Not a full force one, though. But come on, Jim. If you're going to go for the pin, you better do it now.
Oh, no. No, 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 no.
This match is ended by result of time limit. Therefore, it is concluded in the draw.
Alex Bryant will retain the advantage of a champion for the time limit draw.
I'll tell you who was Alex Bryant's best friend today, who saved him in this match, is that ring announcer who wasn't doing his job for the countdown. Jim was content because he believed he had time. Normally in a situation like this, you get a countdown so you know what's on the line. He had this match won.
Oh,
you know it, I know it, the fans know it, Alex Bryant knows it.
Jim Stone had more than one opportunity after hitting that jump spike that he
And you know what else? I can't help but notice Jay Sway's involvement in all this.
Don't you start
You think
this.
Jay Sway not letting him know the time? That wasn't intentional? I'll tell you, James Anthony was right. I can't wait to see him get his hands on him next week.
Yeah, and that big unsanctioned match. Wait a minute, Jim. Oh, no.
And that was well-deserved.
Well-deserved, my foot.
I'm sorry. This was Jim's day. If he wants to take out his frustrations, he should take out his frustrations. That belt should have been his. Him holding it up right now should be accompanied by the announcement, your new AIWF Mid-Atlantic Television Champion.
But it's not. Alex Bryant able to hold on to this one. You're going to hold on for next week, folks. G-Money will be taking on Movie Mike for the RWC TV title. RJ Weaver goes up against Xander Keys for that Junior Heavyweight Championship. And you heard Stephen Hensley mention it already.
Next time you're not going to be so lucky. Your time will come.
That big main event, James Anthony versus Jay Sway in that unsanctioned match for Stephen Hensley. This is Jonathan Darwin saying thank you for joining us. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube, Ring Wars Carolina TV.